Hello?
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
This is Peter Rosenthal, head film critic for The Onion. Today, I'll be looking at Scream 6, the latest installment in the blockbuster franchise, which serves as a frank and moving portrait of the life of a stabby guy. Those often overlooked members of society that we so often pass on the street without a second thought. Building on the events of its 2022 predecessor, Scream 6 follows sisters Samantha and Tara Carpenter, who leave their hometown behind to start a new chapter of their lives in New York City, only to be introduced to a stabby guy that the film so deftly depicts as really no different from you and me. The stabby guy gets up to go to work, stabs, 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 comes home to spend time with his wife and kids, and then stabs some more. Despite the often intense subject matter of the film, Scream 6 handles the nuances of life as a stabby guy with incredible compassion. It refuses to shy away from what stabbing-class Americans across the country experience every day, the ones we pass by on public transit and at the grocery store without ever simply pausing to consider, who is that stabby guy? The screenwriters of Scream 6 deserve credit for the sensitivity they exhibited with the stabby subject matter. They didn't sugarcoat or downplay the stabby situations this particular stabby guy faces, like most big-budget films these days. Rather, they took the stabby guy experience head-on, and in doing so, elevated the humble stabby guy to something so much more. Having grown up in a family of stabby guys myself, Scream 6 provides a window into the lives of those who came before me, revealing the struggles they had stabbing just to give me a better life. Much like the stabby guy in this film, my grandfather arrived in New York with nothing but a switchblade and a dream, only to toil away, stabbing people in convenience stores just to scrape by. It's hard to think of my grandfather stabbing on thanklessly for decades, not because he wanted some sort of recognition, but because stabbing was what he had to do. The fact that it took this movie to help me realize, really realize what he stabbed through to take care of our family, well, I'll never look at my grandpa's stabbing work the same way after Scream 6, that's for sure. In the end, Scream 6 is a stirring exercise in empathy for the unsung stabby guys who never got their due. It's a showcase of humanity that implores us to go out and find the stabby guys in our own lives and embrace them in all their stabby ways. Because as this film reminds us, even a simple stab can go a long way to changing someone's life. For The Onion's film standard, I'm Peter Rosenthal.